The Chase Trifecta is arguably the most popular three-card setup, but there's so many ways to combine cards to make an effective Chase Trifecta. So in this video, I'm sharing my experiences in pursuing an alternate Chase Trifecta consisting of the Sapphire Reserve, the Ink Unlimited, and the Ink Cash Card. I'll share my successes as well as my setbacks. I got a real gem, a secret on how to get approved for higher limits on Chase business cards, told to me from a Chase insider. I and a few friends tried it, and it worked. I'm going to share it in this video, so stick around for that blueprint and these gems. You don't want to miss out. Welcome back to the House of OB, where we share content focused on personal and business credit strategies and financial literacy, with the intent always to inspire others to make better financial decisions. This channel serves to help others. You can help by smashing that like button, subscribing, and leaving a comment in the comment section, as it helps get content like this shared to others. On the subject of sharing, I want to give a shout out to the Radical Nation and to my friend Jomade and her YouTube channel, Liberian Get Extraordinaire, whose Chase videos inspired me to do my own. Definitely check out her channel and her amazing story. All right, let's get into this. So there's 18 different Chase Trifecta combinations earning ultimate rewards points with no lower than 1.5x per transaction. Here's my 5 reasons why the Sapphire Reserve, the Ink Unlimited, and the Ink Cash Card work best for me. 2 of the 3 cards in this setup are business cards, which do not add to my Chase's 524 status. That was key for me because it provided the opportunity to pursue more Chase cards. Secondly, the Ink Unlimited and the Ink Cash Card come with 0% APR for 12 months.
Damn, that sounds good to me.
This alternate trifecta hides utilization better, with 2 of the 3 card setup being business cards. The 2 ink cards in this setup have welcome offers of $750 each while having no annual fee. The 2 no annual fee Freedom cards in the traditional Chase Trifecta have lower welcome offers of $200 each.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
My last reason is more of a personal preference. I prefer the consistency of the Ink Cash's 5x categories and 2x on gas over the rotating categories of the Freedom Flex. However, the new promotion of 5x on groceries for the first year makes the Freedom Flex now an even more solid option. Chase's 524 rule had a primary impact on me. For those who don't know what Chase's 524 rule is, if you have opened 5 or more new cards in the last 24 months that show on your personal credit report, Chase will almost certainly deny you for the vast majority of their credit cards. In the past 24 months, I had 3 new cards, so I would have been maxed out with only 2 Chase personal cards. But business cards do not add to your 524 count, so I could get 2 Chase business cards to complete my alternate trifecta. It would give me the best opportunity to have my cake and eat it too. So the first Chase card I was approved for was the Chase Sapphire Reserve.
What?
I did my research and found multiple examples of approvals for this card around a 725 credit score and a solid income. The card requires a minimum credit limit of $10,000. Some of my data points: I was automatically approved online with a 720 credit score with 1 derogatory. My personal checking and savings account with Chase was open 1 month prior, but with no direct deposits. For me, the Sapphire Reserve is an everyday carry because it earns 3x on dining and 3x on a broad travel category, which includes transit. The Sapphire Reserve has a unique feature that offers a 50% boost on points from other Freedom and Ink cards when their points are transferred to the Reserve for travel through the Chase portal. The Sapphire Reserve has an easily obtainable $300 annual travel credit, which helps to offset the card's annual fee of $550. The card comes with TSA PreCheck, Priority Pass, and much more as well. This Chase secret on how to get higher limits on their business cards is a gem. You're not going to want to miss out. The secret actually started from a mistake, and that's important to know as well. So getting approved for my second Chase card, the Business Ink Unlimited, was not easy. Chase has a reputation for being very picky, and when you're the largest bank, you can afford to be. My opinion, Chase wants you to know you need them more than they need you. Don't forget, Chase made headlines for kicking out a billionaire from using their bank. I had a 733 credit score when I applied for the Ink Unlimited. It was just over 100 days since being approved for the Sapphire Reserve. My LLC was about 2 months old. My Chase business checking and savings accounts were open 2 months prior and had $9,000 in deposits. I chose to apply in branch based on research that it could be helpful. When the branch rep asked me to project how much my small business would make, I took that to mean profit. Given that it was new, I chose to be conservative and said $10,000. Mistake. Do not underestimate your potential.
Message.
The next morning, I received an email listing 4 reasons why I was denied. Nah, no time for tears in this house. I just needed the reasons so I could prepare to act. The first listed was my business was too new. The second and third reason were one and the same, a $66 delinquency that was unpaid because I was disputing it. Lastly, they listed insufficient retail card information.
What?
With Chase, it's highly recommended you have a plan B, calling the reconsideration line. If you need to call, be prepared with key points as to why you should be approved. Be polite. Being rude will not help your case. If the Chase rep is not willing to approve you, ask why. Remember that so that you can counter that later. If you're unable to get approved, get the rep's name and try to talk to somebody else in a day or two later. In my case, the Chase representative was very helpful. He reviewed my application with me over the phone, put me on hold for about a minute, and came back and let me know I was approved. For $4,000.
Oh, hell no!
That's life. Sometimes you have to lose in order to win.
Message.
And win I did with this Chase secret to higher limits on business credit cards. Here we go. 105 days later, I applied for the Ink Cash card with new data points. My credit score jumped by 70 points. I had 3 months of direct deposits to my personal account with Chase, now being my primary bank. I continued to make regular deposits into my business account, and my business was now 6 months old. The Cash Ink earns 5x on wireless plans, internet, office supply stores, and 2x at gas stations. Here's the secret, it's a gem. I tried it when applying for the Ink Cash card and it worked. I shared it with 2 close friends and both received over $15K on their credit limits. In fact, it was recommended to do this on all business credit card applications. Here's the Chase application for a business credit card. Whether you're doing the application at a Chase branch or online, make sure that there's a large gap between your annual business revenue and the estimated monthly spend you will put on the card. Why? The logic is lenders don't want to give too large a limits to potentially non-profitable or risky businesses. If you rely too much on Chase's credit you're applying for, Chase may decline you or give you a lower limit to minimize risk to them. When I applied for the Ink Unlimited, I said I would spend $4,000 a month on the card. That's an annual spend of $48,000. When the application asked for the annual business revenue, I said $12,000. So basically, I told Chase I'm spending $48,000 annually to generate $12,000 of revenue. Revenue and profits are not the same. Profits are what is remaining after all revenue costs have been paid. When you combine that low profitability potential with Chase's denial letter stating my business was too new, the denial and then the low limit approval makes much more sense. Getting back to my Chase Ink Cash card, I was automatically approved with a limit well over double my last limit. Because they offered expedited shipping, I had the card in 2 days. Chase Alternate Trifecta complete. Strategy is key. It took me 7 months to complete my trifecta while I secured 4 other business cards in between pursuing Chase. These additional business cards allowed for no impact to my Chase's 524 status, no impact to my average age of accounts, and minimal impact from inquiries as 3 of the business cards were soft pulls. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends so others can learn from this and win. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Leave a question or a comment about your Chasing experience so we can all learn from each other. If you are interested in applying for any of these 3 cards, you can find referral links for each of them in the video description below. Thank you again for your time. This is the House of OB. At the ready and at your service. Let's go.